a good vegetable shortening, and we're using Crisco. You're going to use the paddle on your KitchenAid mixer. Remember to align the slot, push forward, and lock it into place. And you're going to cream those two shortenings until they're lemony yellow. It should take you about 1 minute. The butter's a little cold and it will soften up. It's better if you can use room temperature. After you have blended the Crisco and the butter, you can add your vanilla. You want to do it slow enough that you don't sling the vanilla all over your kitchen. We're going to add 8 cups or 2 pounds of confectioner's sugar. And before we do that, we're going to one time stop the mixer and scrape down the edges of the bowl to make sure that our Crisco and our butter are all down in there getting mixed and blended together. Once you have a lemony yellow, turn your mixer to a very low speed and begin gradually adding your confectioner's sugar. This is going to clump and get really dry. You'll remember when you made practice icing, it got super dry, and then you add your liquid, which in this case now we're going to use milk to make it light and fluffy. When I say add slowly, that doesn't mean 10 minutes. It means in about 30 to 60 seconds, you're going to add that whole 2-pound bag of confectioner's sugar. Once you have it in again, you want to stop and wipe down the shortening that has pressed itself against that upper edge so that it all mixes in. And again, this is very dry. You're going to need to lock the head down to do this part of the recipe. And then you're going to begin adding your milk. The recipe calls for 3 tablespoons. You are probably going to need closer to 5 tablespoons. When you make your icing tomorrow in class, you'll have milk in your kitchen. You'll just take a measuring cup there so you can add another tablespoon or 2 tablespoons to get to the consistency that you need. Remember now, you have all practiced with icing, and you know that you can't have a super hard icing because it's going to be very difficult to extrude it through the tips. You want it nice and creamy, and at the same time you don't want it so soft that your roses won't hold up, or that the borders, when you make them, that they don't slide down your cake. You want it thick, but yet very easy for you to use. It should actually ribbon, what we call ribbon from the beater as it's mixing. When you see it pulling after the beater, that's a good sign that you're right about the right consistency. I'm going to one more time wipe this down. Can I help you? Okay, Laura. And then allow it to beat just a little bit longer. And when you think you have the right consistency, you want to pop that speed up and let it beat about 2 minutes at a fairly high speed. Whip it so that it's very creamy and smooth before you start icing. And there you have a good consistency icing. Okay, you can stop.